Sneak attack your opponents and play with CAMO. This is the racket review of the Solinco Whiteout 305-1820 V2. This second generation of the Solinco Whiteout 305-1820 features a new layup technology called Arch 2 for increased stability and responsiveness. Like the previous version, this update carries on the solid feel from the Foam Tech core, which helps with shock reduction for a smooth feel on contact. The 1820 string pattern gives you control and precision, but Solinco has kept this racket feeling fast so you don't have to sacrifice spin. The head size is 98 square inches with a weight of 305 grams unstrung. It features a 21.7 millimeter straight beam for a consistent and controlled response, a mid 320 swing weight, and the stiffness rating in the mid 60s, making this racket a great option for control, precision, and all-court versatility.
So I will say that this racket was a bit of a mixed bag for me, especially because I was hitting it alongside its extended length counterpart, the 18x20 extended V2, and I was actually surprised to find that I liked this standard length version just a little bit more. For me, the updated Arch 2 construction just has deeper ball pocketing, and I felt like I was able to take advantage of that with the standard length just a little bit more to really shape my shot more effectively, versus on the extended length, it was just a little bit harder to rein in that power at times. That said, I did find this racket to be a little bit underpowered, and so I struggled a little bit with depth and pace off of both wings with this particular frame. But I did find a really reliable control aspect to this racket, really good precision pretty much on all shots, especially up at net. I did find that to be an area where the racket shined for me personally. So I really was trying to rush the net whenever I had this frame in hand into endpoints up there. And similarly on serve, really good reliability, precision, and accuracy, but again, a little bit underpowered. Would have maybe appreciated a little bit more mass through the ball. I think adding Solinco's custom weight module at the end of the handle would go a long way here for that as well. And the same story on returns, really good control, but again, just a little bit underpowered. But I do think that with this standard length frame, you are able to whip through the ball a little bit faster compared to the extended length version. So for me, I actually preferred this one over the extended length, which again, I was kind of surprised by. Overall, I do think that this is a good update in the right direction, and I think the Arch 2 construction from Solinco is a really nice update.
I will describe Solinco's update to their Whiteout 305-18 main. They call this the version 2 camo as a scalpel with a little bit of power. A lot of you are aware that I really enjoy the extended length version of this frame, which that obviously gives you a little extra easy power, extended reach. You're not getting that with a standard 27-inch length frame. That said, you know, Oak mentioned there was kind of a mixed bag of tricks. I actually felt like I was serving and returning better. This racket is a little low powered, so it kind of forced or allowed me to swing over the ball instead of underspinning my return so much. Backhand slice was just very linear and effective. I will describe the string spacing of the Solinco's 18 main as being a little more open than a Prestige's 18 main, but maybe a little denser than say a Techstream 100P or a Speed Pro. So I was getting a nice safe net clearance arc over the net. I was able to produce easy spin, and that really helped control my shots from anywhere on the court. And I would say, again, a very precision oriented racket. I really felt like I was in command of my ground strokes, and I could aim for smaller targets, getting it within 1 or 2 feet of the baseline. So although I'm probably gonna stick with my extended length version, this one is no slouch in any department. Really enjoyed the playtest.
For what I look for in a racket, this is by far the best racket I think that Solinco have made. I love the control of this one, great feel. The previous version was a really good racket. This just takes it to the next level. Like some of the other playtesters also playtested the extended length version. And because I'm using a lighter racket now, I just found that one a little bit too much to get around, and it kind of robbed me of some of my creativity. I can be super creative with the standard length version, really roll the angles, work the angles, working well on drop shots, ton of control and feel at net. I think if you're looking to juice it up a bit, you just drop the tension down or use a thinner gauge string just to get a bit more life out of the racket. But as is at our regular testing tension, I thought the level of control was superb. I feel like the feel of the racket is improved the most as well. I feel very connected, super comfortable, nice solid playing racket. So if you're looking for something with a lot of control, a lot of feel, you got to try this one.
From the first time hitting with this racket, I just really loved the control and the very predictable feel, very precise. And also in terms of the weight for me, this racket feels pretty fast, pretty maneuverable. So I definitely would be weighting this one up. I would say the only downside with this one here is that I just like the extended version more because it is really a control and precise type of racket. The extended one gives me that higher swing weight, that plow through that I like. I like a beefier racket. And then it also helps me with the put away power. This one here is more spin friendly, more whippy, feels really nice on the cross court angles, really fast up at the net, very predictable, but I was just lacking a little bit of that hefty plow through to really hit through the court. But I would say in terms of feel, this standard length V2 feels a little firmer and crisper. The extended length, I don't know if it's just a longer racket, but it just flexed and breathed a little bit better, as Chris often says. But just a nice racket here. I would say standard length 305, 1820. I might prefer the Blade Pro and the Radical Tour just a tad more. They just feel a little heftier, but I could definitely customize this and be really happy with this racket. For this racket review, we tried a bunch of different Solinco strings, but for today we have the Solinco Hyper G 17 gauge, as well as the Solinco Hyper Mach BD Hybrid, both strung at 50 pounds. For more information on this racket or anything tennis related, be sure to head to Tennis Warehouse, Tennis Warehouse Europe, or Tennis Only.